When buying single origin coffee, the label on the bag is your most important guide. In this video, we'll break down the key elements of a single origin coffee label to help you make better coffee choices. Disclaimer: keep in mind that different coffee roasters may include different details on their labels. Here, we'll discuss the common elements that appear on most single origin coffee bags. First, let's look at the product name. Unlike coffee blends, single origin names often give away the origin and key features of the coffee. Let's take two examples from our Mighty Wonders coffee collection. 1. Nicaragua, La Bastilla. 2. Brazil Pea Berry Natural. From these names, you immediately learn, first, about the country of origin, Nicaragua and Brazil. And next, you may learn about the producer's or farm's name. For instance, La Bastilla refers to the farm in Nicaragua where the coffee was grown. Or you may learn about a unique characteristic of the bean. For instance, Pea Berry highlights a unique bean shape in the Brazil coffee, and natural refers to the coffee processing method that it has undergone. So you probably wonder, why are there different naming formats? In single origin coffees, the country of origin will always be mentioned first. However, beyond that, it's up to the roaster to choose which aspects of the coffee they want to emphasize, whether it's the farm, the bean variety, or the process. As we dig deeper, we look into the second section of the label. In this section, you'll see the following: region, farm, producer's name. While these details are straightforward, they tell you where the coffee was grown and who produced it. Next, let's dig deeper into what process, varietal, and altitude mean for you as a consumer. So what does process mean? It actually refers to coffee processing method. It tells you how the coffee cherries were transformed into green beans. For example, the Nicaragua coffee was processed by washed and yeast fermentation methods, and the Brazil coffee was by natural and aerobic fermentation methods. Other processing methods you may encounter include honey or anaerobic. Each processing method tells you how the coffee beans were processed, and also gives you insight to the coffee's flavor, body, and acidity. For instance, natural processed coffee means the beans are dried with the fruit still intact, which leads to fruitier and complex flavors. For washed processed coffee, the beans are cleaned before drying, resulting in a cleaner and brighter flavor. Next, let's look at the varietal. Think of varietals as the breed of the coffee plant. It refers to the subspecies of the coffee plant. Each varietal comes with its own unique flavor traits, growing conditions, and sometimes disease resistance. For example, the Nicaragua coffee is a hybrid H2 Caturra varietal. Hybrid H2 tells us that it is a disease-resistant varietal, and Caturra gives clues about its balanced acidity and sweet flavors. As for the Brazil coffee, it is a red Catuai Pea Berry. Red Catuai varietal is known for sweet, nutty, and chocolatey notes, and Pea Berry reveals its bean shape and gives insight that its flavors are concentrated. Other varietals you might encounter include Bourbon, Geisha, or Typica. So remember, each varietal gives you insight to the coffee's flavor profile and quality characteristics. Next, let's look at altitude. Altitude has a major influence on the quality and flavor of the coffee beans. High altitude means the coffee plants grow slower and they absorb more nutrients. This results in the coffee having bright acidity, complex flavors, and fruity or floral notes. Whereas in lower altitude, the coffee beans tend to develop quicker, leading to milder flavors like nutty or chocolatey tones with lower acidity. In short, altitude affects how beans mature, which impacts the flavor, body, and acidity of the coffee. Finally, let's look at the last section of the label, the tasting notes. One of the beautiful things about coffee is its wide range of flavors. This variety is what inspires coffee lovers to seek out new and different beans. At Mighty Wonders Coffee, we highlight how the coffee tastes as an espresso and with milk. The tasting notes give you an idea of the flavors you can expect when brewing your coffee. These tasting notes are a summary of the roaster's expertise in bringing out the best flavors of the coffee. So, in summary, there is a story behind every coffee label. A single origin coffee label is like a roadmap, guiding you through the journey of your coffee from farm to cup. Understanding these details helps you discover your preferences, whether it's about origin, processing methods, varietals, or tasting notes. Ultimately, this knowledge allows you to make more informed decisions and enjoy a richer coffee experience. Like what you've learned? Subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and follow us for more coffee insights. Happy brewing!